You'll be launching any moment now a website, which is www.globallb.com.
That's right.
So,
and that website, I think, when people get a chance to see it and it's up and running, they'll get to see that we're building a serious platform that is not just art for art's sake. It's really about how the arts, as an integral part of the community, and by that I mean that arts are essential to commerce and essential to the lifestyle of people who visit. For every performance of a symphony or ICT or a visit to MoLA or to Found Theater or Garage Theater, that generally is linked with a night out, and that night out includes stopping for dinner or following up a local establishment to entertain or be entertained. And so a vibrant arts community is vital to a vibrant business community. When we convened the initial kickoff meeting, we had no idea how responsive people would be to the idea. And we had 35, almost 40 people at our very first meeting, and that included, as you point out, leadership from every significant organization and websites and artists. I think the spark of the idea really caught people's attention, and we've tried to nurture this notion, just as you suggest, as a partnership, because that's what's going to get it done. That's what's going to make it the most interesting, is when we've got everybody engaged and committed to sort of mutual promotion, so that the global website is linked off of our aquarium website and the MoLA website, and we all commit not only our artistic assets, but as we think ahead to 2010 and 2011, really this is for the longer term, how do we start planning very specific global focused events? And what I mean by that is, I can imagine that the Carpenter Center might start now thinking about the types of acts and artists who come in the month of October to be even more representative of global culture. They've got some wonderful things coming in October that fit perfectly that theme, but in years coming, what could they do to even more play off that theme? And could we imagine, as this festival develops, could we commission the creation of premieres, that we turn to Sofaline Chiam Shapiro at the Khmer Dance Academy and say, would you create an original piece to be premiered in Global at 2010, 2011? And so that then not only are we showcasing local art, but we're helping foster really original art as part of that whole experience. Well, one thing we're very proud of is a project that really was already set in motion before I joined the Arts Council, but came to fruition early, and that was our Arts and Cultural Registry. And that continues to be, I think, the feedback from individual artists now who can get registered, no cost, develop as part of our website. And so if you go to the Arts Council website and look at the artist registry, we now have over 150 artists of all disciplines who have put images of their work, a link to their website if they have one, background on their art form, things they're interested in. And that increasingly is a place where buyers and sellers, if you will, to put it in sort of commercial terms, but if I'm looking for a jazz musician for an upcoming event, or I want a mural painted on the side of my business, I have a need for a creative, a graphic designer to work with me on some project, I now have a place, a portal where I can go and get linked to local artists. So I think that's a significant new service we've done in partnership with the last class of Leadership Long Beach. And we're going to continue to promote that continuously as a way for artists to get linked up with more things. We're also looking at ways that we can provide professional development. We'll be sponsoring in November what's called, I think it's called Art Business Boot Camp. And it's a project that we're doing in conjunction with the Center for Cultural Innovation.
Oh, great.
And that'll be a 3-day intensive training workshop for artists. And artists will get very specific training in some of the hardcore business skills, which we think will help them be more successful as artists. And that's something that we'll be co-sponsoring in the month of November, yet ahead. Those are just a couple of recent examples.
Wasn't there also a project involving public art?
Well, on the public arts side, we staff and have the support staff to the redevelopment agency for the public art program of the city. But in addition to that, we have independently sought funding to add to those funds so that the Arts Council itself can make some very innovative things happen. So we went to the County Arts Commission and were funded for $75,000, which will end up helping to support something we call Urban Lab and mobile exhibits. Those are projects where artists, very high quality artists, are given the opportunity to create temporary works of art, something that might be in place for a year, up to 5 years. And those would be placed in prominent, open, vacant lots, actually places where you'll be both delighted, surprised, and amazed to come upon a work of art funded by grants funding that we sought and were successful getting. We actually, in the category we applied to, we got the second largest of any grant given in all of LA County in that category for this project. We're very proud of that, and I think it's more indicative of some of the innovation that we're trying to bring to the community. I think if the Arts Council is really hitting on all cylinders, what people should look to the Arts Council for is some of the glue that holds this vision we have for an expanded and vibrant arts community together. And that doesn't mean we produce the art, it means that we help make all the art work better. And so if that means convening the right people to think about how we improve arts education in the schools, we don't pass ourselves off as the arts education experts, though we have some expertise in that field. But what we want to be the experts in is the creating the environment and being the respected convener. Also, there's a tremendous need for this issue of marketing and promotion. To the extent that the Arts Council can bring the newest forms of communication, whether that's social media, video production, outreach in new and innovative ways, we think that the Long Beach art story has not been fully told. And so the the new Arts Council is about better promotion, better marketing, better support to both individual artists and arts organizations and arts production. And then on the professional development side, how do we help arts organizations get better at what they do? And again, can we be the respected convener that helps educate our oftentimes small and fledgling arts groups need help with fundraising, budget development, strategic planning, all the things that our larger organizations are more adept at. But how does a group get from being small to being larger? They do it through smart management. And so we want to be there to be helpful and provide a safety net, if you will, to help make them better.